This is the Nokia C32, and I'm not gonna lie, this is one of the most beautiful phones that I've ever seen. But internally, I can't really say the same about the smartphone. This phone has this glossy finish which I like, I'm not gonna lie, because it makes this phone look and feel premium, and I really like the camera bump. On the left side we have the power button / fingerprint scanner and the volume buttons. On the back we have the camera bump, Nokia's branding. On the right side we have the micro SD card and SIM card slot. On the bottom we have the microphone, a USB-C port and the only speaker. And then finally on the top we have the headphone jack. This phone has a 6.5-inch 720p LCD display. It's not good, but it's not bad either. You can watch 4K content on this display. Nokia went with a V-shaped notch, ugly bezels and an enormous chin. I'm not gonna lie, I'm okay with the huge bezels and the V-shaped notch, but the chin is way too big. Overall, Nokia takes the W on the design. I really like it. This phone has 128GB of storage, which I'm glad Nokia added. And at this price point, you wouldn't really complain with 128GB of storage. It also has 4GB of RAM with 3GB of virtual RAM, which is kind of useless in my opinion. But what if I told you that this phone's CPU is trash? And this phone says it has an 8nm chipset, but GSM Arena says it has 22nm chipset. I don't know who to believe, but the chipset is terrible. I downloaded Project Bloodstrike on this device and I was getting about 45 FPS, which is not good because Project Bloodstrike is not a heavy game. Not gonna lie, the camera of this smartphone is terrible. It is a 50MP main lens and a 2MP macro lens. The lack of a depth sensor means that portrait shots are going to be terrible. The front facing camera is there, but not the way that I like it. The back facing camera is terrible. I've even tried the macro camera, which is also terrible. The video quality, you can see for yourself, the front facing camera is terrible. The back facing camera though is terrible, and it's 30 FPS and its default shooting mode it's 8MP. You get a 5000 mAh battery, which is quite a disappointment because you get at least 6 to 7 hours of screen on time, and the charging speeds are not that impressive either. It's 10 watts, so you might get your phone fully charged within 3 hours, and I'm an impatient person, I'm not gonna lie. This phone runs on clean Android 13, but Nokia did not indicate anything about software updates like you get 4 years or 5 years but I don't think it's stuck on Android 13. This phone is a fingerprint magnet. I literally have to wipe the phone every after 30 minutes, but luckily Nokia does offer a case to cover that up. This phone costs 2,500 rands, which is $138 US. I mean, you're getting 2 less for this price because the better phones like the Samsung Galaxy A05, which has better specs but costs way less than this phone. It doesn't make you feel that you're holding a 2,500 rand phone, but it makes you feel that you're holding a 500 rand phone. I'd have to give it a W for the storage because it's a lot, and for its beautiful design because I like and I also think you'd fall in love with it. But for the chipset, I don't really recommend because this is not a gaming phone and it's going to struggle when playing games. And the camera, because looking at this camera it looks beautiful, but when you try to take pictures and videos it's terrible. This is a phone that's not for content creators or heavy gamers. You're going to play Call of Duty Mobile on this phone because it's going to have a hard time playing Call of Duty Mobile. But this is a phone for people who would only use WhatsApp, calls, messaging and take pictures for memories, and that's kind of it. Or you give it to a child for their first phone experience, but a child is also going to complain because this phone is not powerful to play games. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and please subscribe for more videos like this.